someone. Actually getting paid for it too. It's quite nice. Rambo's still on doing practice.
Yep.
Almost 1,000 viewers.
Yep.
Well, I've noticed TweetDeck actually gives me there are messages on my interactions on TweetDeck that are not on Twitter.com.
Really?
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple messages from people that I didn't get on there that are on here. Two weeks ago, I tried to get on that Monday night show that they were having over there. I got denied. I was just doing it just to do it. And they completely denied it, and I was like, okay. Like, sitting there, they were like, oh yeah, you're an ass. Like, cool. Glad to know that. It's something I had no idea about. Alright, so she put in, she went to Yahoo and typed it in, why doesn't glue stick to its bottle? And the answer that came back was because Pluto isn't a planet.
Then it stuck to the bottle when Pluto was a planet?
I don't know. That's it's quite an interesting answer. And I don't someone has got to be going around just asking random ass questions and stuff for that to happen. But I think that's funny that is actually the top answer.
We got Emily K coming on tonight. I hope. I don't know if she's not on Skype yet. I don't know where she is.
Wow. You see what Jeff put in the chat?
38, 5, 6 yeah, that's funny.
take one picture and my phone battery goes from half to almost dead.
I'm looking at your phone.
Yeah, the thing's 3 years old. I'm still debating either the GS3 or an iPhone.
Oh, Emily, where you be?
Oh, man. You did confirm with her that she was going to be here, right?
Yeah, I was talking to her like an hour ago.
And then she just goes AFK on you. Nice.
Because she said she wasn't going to announce the rules tonight. She's going to announce them tomorrow. It's like, what?
Why not just announce it tonight on the show?
What?
Oh, you have too much fun with your little voices.
Yo.
Oh, we are not doing that again.
Yo, Big Baby Diesel here. What's good? What's good?
You are not allowed in this chat.
Yo,
We did not invite
take
you.
The chat over. The chat
We-
is me. Yo,
Yeah. The chat did not invite
I'm
you.
gonna go play some Gears.
Gears.
That's the black man's video game. Yo,
Actually, I thought Madden was.
I don't really know. I think that's the Black Man shooter. Better Rainbow. Can't remember which one, but
It's hard to tell. It could honestly be either one of them. I think Rainbow would probably be more played. Gears, you still have to worry about a bunch of little kids running around screaming, "Fuck you! Fuck you!"
I don't know, dude. I always run into a bunch of black kids on here. Every lobby, I run into a whole team.
If Emily doesn't show, I can be ready in 10.
Alright, sounds good. I don't know. Emily said she was gonna be here. I mean, she even responded to the tweet earlier about her being on the show because she wasn't gonna announce the rules.
And yet she's still offline.
Steady dodging.
I don't know, I think she sketched out on you.
I know, right? All the sketchiness in the community.
That does happen a lot lately. Heard Revan got kicked out of Visions.
Really? For what?
I don't know. He made a post earlier saying, "Guess I'm no longer part of Visions." I'm
Guy
trying
in
to
the
find.
chat said Nexus 4 is better than the GS3.
Yeah, I was looking into that, but it's not my type of phone. And the only reason I don't like the GS3 is because it's big. It's just too big for me. I don't want something like that in my pocket all the time. Apparently a lot of people got kicked out.
Alright, what is up, ranters, and welcome to the Weekly Rant. On tonight's show, I was planning on having Emily Kate on, but she is temporarily AFK, MIA, KIA, any of those acronyms, because I have no fucking clue. But hopefully she gets on here pretty soon. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I do kind of want to make tonight's show a little shorter, maybe an hour, no longer than an hour and a half, because I do have to get up for work at midnight. It is pretty brutal with being on a full-time class schedule and a full-time job now because of peak season at UPS. It is brutal. But I'm here. I'm dedicated. I'm putting on a show for you guys. Love the support. The Twitter. I mean, today I saw Haggy tweeting out about Liar. Apparently, Liar has a lot of info on people. I don't know if that's true. I didn't verify. Maybe someone in here could verify it. Maybe we get Liar and Haggy on for a little bit to talk about it. Also with Ego, a lot of people.
I don't even know where to start with that, man. There's so much.
Fucking Ego, yo. You gotta love the guy. He's all for the community. He puts on these tournaments. He's a great guy, and he gets a lot of flack. Now, I know he was sick all last week, and maybe that was enough to push him over the edge because of Frag Cup. But I don't know. Just give the guy a break. I mean, he blew a gasket. He blew about 80 gaskets. He had a midlife crisis on Twitter. But it's over now. I mean, just let the guy be. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I think it was a little more than a midlife crisis at that point. It turned way worse as it progressed. But he did catch himself and stop for a bit. And then he was like, you know what, I'm done. I need to get off Twitter. So after a long stretch of him going off on pretty much anyone who messaged him, he finally cut it off.
Yeah, I know it started with Yoshi and the whole cancer thing. I don't know. I don't follow Yoshi, so I don't know what Yoshi said to him, but that guy's a piece of work, and he went off on ESN telling him to not do news on his tournament. He went off on NJ Rod, which I fully support because I dislike that man myself. He went off on, I don't know, he went off on a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, he went off on ESN because they were trying to draw attention away from 360 Icons. They were doing articles on the same stuff that they were doing, that 360 Icons was doing articles on. And he's like, I don't need you copying my shit. You know, stop.
Yeah.
And Rod, I sent you that message that he sent me, those the phone messages.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Apparently Rod is secretly in love with Ego or something. I don't know what's going on there.
I gotta see if I can find that again. That was hilarious.
But I don't know. I'm still trying to contact Emily. Everyone in the chat right now, we got 50 people in here. So everyone tweet at Emily Kate. Be like, yo, where you at? You're dodging. Say something stupid. Say you're missing the weekly rant. She penciled it in her schedule last weekend. I confirmed it on Tuesday. I confirmed it today. And she is MIAAFKKIA. Fucking whatever. Yes, the TheWRant is on Ego's side. Of course we are. I don't have any affiliation with anybody, but I mean, it's whatever. AKA Reflex always tweeting his thoughts. But I don't know. I mean, we really, if Emily doesn't come on, we don't have a show. This was the show. We were going to talk about what it takes to run a tournament because Icons was getting a lot of flack last week. And I know I ran a 256 team tournament with CEA, that 3K tournament we ran online for Modern Warfare 2 about 6 months ago. And it's hard. It's incredibly hard. You have a bunch of people constantly contacting live support. You get backed up. You get, I mean, it just takes forever. You guys got to wait patiently. Spamming Ego on Twitter is not going to help. He doesn't run that part of the site. He was playing in it. He has a staff for that. They're doing it. It's live support. That's what you got to do. You got to wait. You got to be patient. Big tournaments like that especially, I mean, 1,000 teams in a group. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. It's a lot of teams. And I guarantee 500 of them were freaking trying to contact live support to bitch about something. And then someone also took his site down for a good hour, and that set things back on Sunday of Group 2. So, but we had a couple recap shows. They did pretty well, especially for being so late. I was kind of surprised. We had some good guys talk about Frat Cup 4. Interesting. Another announcement, if you guys didn't see on Twitter, we actually have Quiz coming on December 13th. Or, yeah, I believe it's December 13th. It's the Thursday right before the Top 32 Frat Cup 4 stream. He's going to come on to talk about talk about it. Talk about if he's been commentating at all, what he's been doing to get ready for it, stuff like that. Oh yeah, another thing. I started a COD Elite clan called the Weekly Rant, and after I'm done with my finals, December 14th, and after Frag Cup 4, I'm gonna start streaming community elite nights where everybody in the clan will get a chance to come in. This team's of 6, obviously, so I'll rotate people through, and we're just gonna play a bunch of elite competitions. It'll be a fun thing to do if you're bored.
Yeah, I got to do something for the fans and viewers.
Yep.
Keep them around.
I don't know what you guys think about it. I used to do a community's voice night every Sunday before we went to the UMG channel. I don't know. I don't know if you guys remember that at all. It wasn't really that popular at first, but that was in the beginning, and we weren't really that well known yet. But I think I'm gonna start doing it again. After finals are done in a couple weeks, I'll start doing that every Sunday. Times vary. There's no set time for that, but it's a chance for you guys that love the show that are in here and don't get a chance to come in the chat during the regular show days. It'll be on Xbox Live. I will rotate people in. We'll have 8 people in the party chat, and we'll just talk on the topics that we talked about throughout the week on the show. So that'll be interesting because you guys love to voice your opinions, especially COD players. It's interesting just to hear what people have to say. Keep the chat going. Keep it interesting. Ought to be good to bring that back. Hopefully it gains some ground and some popularity among you guys.
Yeah. Do have to say, I do like how Golden Boy ran the show on, I believe it was Saturday, Sunday, one of the days, Sunday night, and Hastro stopped by for a bit to talk.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't. He won't stop by because of me, obviously.
Oh, it's got to be something, but Brian got him in, and he talked for a bit, and then Golden Boy's like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed, so we're gonna end it." And then so no one really got to ask him too much, but
yeah,
hopefully try to get him back on the show.
I don't know. I think he should probably come on with Wiz the Thursday before, since they're commentating it together. I think that'd be a really good show actually, to have both of them guys on to talk about commentating in general and what they got planned, what Machinima has planned for the stream and everything. Hopefully Machinima puts out a lot of advertisement and awareness for it. Let's get them stream numbers up.
Yeah, and with Fuzz already coming on, maybe he can help talk Astro into it, since he is elusive.
Yeah. And about the rules set for UMG, she said earlier today that they're going to be announced tomorrow. I don't know why she couldn't announce them tonight. I don't even know where she is right now. I texted her, I tweeted her, I did everything humanly possible to try and contact her, and she's gone. Jeff is in here. He said he'd come on. Are you ready to come on, Jeff? Let's see.
Yep, I got him right here.
Is he online?
Yeah.
Let's see if he comes in. Verizon got a bunch of free advertisement for the first 10 minutes of the show.
Really?
Yep. But it kind of sucks.
Yeah. Jeff, you said you'd be ready. Come on, get in here.
I don't know, maybe something happened with her daughter or something like that. What's up, Jeff? Yellow? Yo, was good, Jeff.
Jeff?
Also, I don't know if you saw the tweets, but there is a UMG competitive jersey being made by NGCPro, and Jeff is selling them at not at market price, at just standard price of $50. And you get your gamer tag on it and everything, and you can pick them up at UMG event in December, or you can pay an extra $10 to get them shipped to you. But they're pretty decent looking jerseys. Go look up UMG Gaming's Twitter and look in their tweets, and you'll find it. I know I'll be wearing one at the event. They're pretty snazzy looking, so. Jeff? Hello? Hello?
Wow. Mic issues there, Jeff?
did. She left me dry. She did. She left me to fend. I'm swimming in the deep end of the pool right now with no floaties.
Well, I guess you're just gonna drown then.
I don't have my floaties, man. My floaties left me. They popped.
Oh.
It's kind of funny.
Yo, Diesel, can you hear me?
There we go. What's up? Yo. Jeff always has internet, mic, headset, computer.
Something. There's always
issues.
something going on with him.
About to frickin' buy this dude a laptop or something. What the hell?
I think he needs one of his tech guys to sit there with him 24/7 so that he doesn't screw it up.
Yeah. Going back to that clan thing, though, if you want to be a part of the Elite Weekly Rant clan, go to codelite.com. I believe that's the website. And search for the Weekly Rant. And you'll find it. Apply to it. I'm accepting all applications. And then on days where we're running competitions, just be aware of it. I'll tweet it out on both my Twitter and the Weekly Rant Twitter. And if you're on and you want to play, hit me up. I'll be sending invites out. So that'll start in a couple weeks. Do it throughout the week. Right now we're waiting on Jeff to fix his shit.
I can't believe you can't hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We heard that. Keep talking.
He can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I've been yelling into the mic for 5 minutes.
Well, we weren't hearing anything before that. Now we can hear you.
Who are we talking about tonight?
I don't know, whatever you want
Let's
to talk
talk about Emily.
Yeah, where the hell's Emily at?
Let's talk about Emily. She's a freaking sketch artist.
Yeah, where the hell is she?
She's so untrustworthy, unreliable,
Oh, Jesus.
absolutely does nothing for UMG or this community. She wants the cake, but she doesn't want to break any eggs.
Wow.
Well, you can buy pre-made cakes now, so I think she's fine there. Well, let's talk about why won't she announce the rules tonight? Jeff.
It's because she has a vagina.
Like, what's different from tonight than
That's-
tomorrow? I don't
that's
understand it.
I don't know. I talked to her about it today. I'm like, come on, let's announce. Let's get this done. And I mean, I don't even know the rules. I know the rules I want, but who am I,
You're a nobody. I do know. I want to know him because the weekly cast every Friday now, if you guys don't know about it, it's casted by myself and UMG_Paradox is his Twitter. We are doing it every Friday night, show matches with whoever signs up to be in it. There will be a forum thread on our site for it. I usually make it the day of and have teams sign up there. And we cast matches. I want these rules set because I want to start running show matches with UMG rules, get the awareness out there, get people interested in it, get people knowing about it. But I don't know the rules. So hopefully they come out early tomorrow.
I think that if I had it my way, I would strip it down. I would get rid of score streaks. I would get rid of the bouncing baddies, claymore, whatever.
I'm fine with getting rid of bouncing betties and claymores. I don't know. I kind of want to leave score streaks in though with just like ban some of them. Like without UAV and counter UAVs and stuff, it's pretty good. But that's my thought.
Like, hey, this is no official announcement. Okay, so don't everybody run to Twitter. Oh, we got the rules for UMG. Oh God.
Don't even say anything.
You know what?
Can you say it without Emily coming at you for it?
I can't tweet anything. I can't say anything without her coming at my throat. She's vicious.
Apparently she's nowhere, so she can't come at anything.
I would say, God damn it. Let's talk about running events.
Sounds good to me. That's what we were originally going to talk about. I know Emily Emily had a lot of stuff to say about it. She was going to go off and have a good rant. I was excited to hear it, and now she's gone. I also wanted to talk to her about the ego thing because she made a tweet towards him that was kind of funny about it.
Well, I could probably rant a little bit. I don't see how it could hurt me a little bit, but I seen a comment in the chat earlier about, do sponsors pay for the pay for tournaments and stuff? And there are some decent sponsors out there that will contribute financially. I mean,
In Control Avenger.
see, huh?
You're lagging, Jeff. What are you on? Are you on your phone?
Well, I can tell you this. To the two. No, I'm on Wi-Fi. God damn it. I'll tell you what. Let me switch computers, okay? And give me 5 minutes. All right.
Sounds good to me, bro.
That'll work better than what I'm on right now. I'll be right back.
Sounds good, Jeff.
Well, this show is sucking. I apologize, guys. We're getting bailed on and it sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens. Kind of sucks, though. I am very jealous that Brian's chilling in Vegas right now.
Yeah, that bastard. But we do have a Squid Grip giveaway tonight. We can do that while we're waiting for Jeff to get back. Do you have that program, Jeremy?
Yep, it's up and running.
Alright, we'll get someone.
All right, let's see. It's only going to be for people in the chat. You have to be following the channel. Let's see.
Yo, Capo has been MIA for a long time. He's had internet issues. They sent him the wrong modem. And then apparently everything runs half-ass backwards over there in England. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's had to wait like a month straight for a goddamn new modem because he's running on some jigaboo-ass fucking internet connection that has a 1 gigabyte bandwidth limit or something, or bandwidth cap. So you can't even do anything. He's apparently supposed to be back, though. I thought he was supposed to be back this week, but I don't know. I don't know where the dude's at. He's still a part of the show. I like Capo. He's our EU contact, so.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Had to reset it from last time I used it.
Alright, pull something up. Let's see who wins. If you don't know, we use, or Jeremy uses a program within Google Chrome or something that just randomly selects someone in this chat. And it will only select you if you are in here and if you are following the actual stream itself. So if you're not yet, hit that follow button. I think it's above my screen. I don't know. I'm in the broadcaster's fucking booth. Is it above the Twitch screen? It should be.
It should be. I got the program. When I pull it up, it completely goes over the screen. All right. And we're going to roll the dice now, and our winner is a Careflex, AKAREFLEX.
Aw, fucking Reflex one?
Yeah, AKA Reflex.
God damn it. Reflex, you lucky bastard.
Reflex.
Fucking DM TheWRant your mailing address, you son of a bitch.
Oh man, yeah. That's funny.
Dude.
It pops up and it's like Reflex. I'm like, ah, fuck.
Of course Reflex wants it. Who doesn't want free squid grips? Come on.
I have to read through so many names on here and so many different ways, and the way it was this program, all the fonts are really different. It's really hard to read the names. So
Yo, Reflex, if you don't DM the Weekly Rant Twitter your mailing address in the next 60 seconds, Then I'm moving on and adding and getting another one. Let's go. You got 60 seconds. I'm timing it. I got my watch on. Let's go.
Yep.
60 seconds. Counting down now. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55. Let's go. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, damn it.
Oh, he got it.
That took a whole 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Keep tweeting Emily Kate, people. Keep doing it. Bug the fucking hell out of her. She bailed on us. Actually, God, I still have to send out the other 2 squid drips, dude. I'm behind. I've been so busy. I like every time I leave, it slips my mind, and then I'm like, fuck. I don't know, dude. If Emily Kate or Jeff doesn't get back pretty soon, I might just might just go play some fucking Black Ops 2. I'm one revenge medal away from gold vector. Then I only need 2 more SMGs for diamond, baby. Let's go.
All right, well let's have some fun. Let's find out why Paul had a midlife crisis.
If he comes on, we'll see.
It's Paul. He always comes on.
I don't know, he might not be at home though. I don't know where he is.
If he's not at home, he should not have left his Skype online.
Dude, he always leaves his Skype on. His Skype is never off.
I know, he's just as bad as I am.
Off. It's either online on my phone or the computer. It's never off. Hold on. I think Jeff's ready. I'm typing. Come on. Come on. Come on. This has never happened to me before. Like I said, I'm in the deep end with no floaties. I don't know what to do. I'm flailing for my life right now. I'm about to drown.
And everyone bailed on you. Even your own co-host was like, yeah, screw this. I'm going to Vegas.
Okay, so I got a tweet from Emily, or not a tweet, a text. So she's pissed off that I had you guys hit her up on Twitter, which, well, I guess boo-hoo, because she said she's going to be on, but she's doing a Christmas tree with her daughter. So, I don't know, I guess she's not going to be on tonight. I don't know, it'd been nice to at least let me know. Jeff, are you here? But
Jeff.
Oh my God.
what's
Yo.
up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot
Technology
better.
is a wonderful thing.
Alright, so apparently Emily's making a Christmas tree with her daughter, and apparently you knew about it or something, I don't know.
Possibly. I possibly might have known. I talked to her today when she was out shopping and stuff. So, but we talk about, when we talk about 12 different things, so they don't all stick.
Well, I know she's pissed at me now because I had a bunch of people hitting her up on Twitter. Tell people to stop fucking hitting me up about bailing on the rant.
Yeah. There were a lot of people messaging her on there.
That's funny. She'll get over it.
But I don't know. Let's I don't know. I mean, let's talk about what it takes to run a tournament. Like you would know.
Oh gosh.
What does it take to run a LAN?
It takes patience, and which I don't have a whole lot of these days. Perseverance. I mean, obviously, we started planning for the December 10k LAN 3 months ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go into it, like the sponsors. We got to get sponsors, more sponsors. Here's the thing with sponsors in the COD community. They and I don't want to point my finger at anyone in particular yet, but the difference with obviously there's no LAN company out there that is even remotely near being on the level as MLG. And MLG gets big bucks for sponsors. But MLG's doing League of Legends and StarCraft. And when everybody knows, and when you turn that stream on for StarCraft and League of Legends, they're getting 100,000 concurrent viewers and stuff, which equals cabbage. Cha-ching. And that's what sponsors are paying for. Now, with Call of Duty, when we turn the streams on, I think at one time for one of my lands, our highest concurrent viewer number was probably between 4,500 and 5,000, which I was very pleased with. I mean, those are great numbers. But it's not high enough numbers that we can demand money. I mean, like, because I'm busting my balls for the 10K, and going into it, I have to be prepared to eat $10,000 if 8 teams show up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I don't have $10,000 from sponsors. I'm just prepared. But what I do want to say, a lot of sponsors out there for these lands, they don't send money. They want to send headsets and they want to send controllers, and that's fine because you get stuff to give away and raffle and put in the prize pool and everything. But in the end, that doesn't pay venue fees. It doesn't pay travel expenses. Doesn't pay, hotel cost, like for staff and stuff like that. It doesn't pay it. So, what are you going to do? However, I do want to say that the logos that you have on the Weekly Rant right here, for the Avenger from In Controller and Squid Grip, I do want to give them credit because they stepped up and they are writing UMG checks. So, them and All Sports. All Sports put on that. You ran that tournament. You helped them run that tournament, right? Was that the All Sports tournament for MW3?
Yep.
They stepped up there and they put that prize pool up, and All Sports has been a great supporter of UMG. But for the most part, and Land Pro, LAN
Pro.
Yeah, Land Pro or
Land GG Pro.
Yeah, I call him Pete.
I mean, personally, I like the Lang Pro. There you go. We'll go with that one.
Right. He's a big sponsor of UMG. Obviously, he's given us a deal on jerseys that we're making available to the community. I think $50 is a great price to get a cut and dyed jersey, hand stitched with your gamer tag on it.
Yeah.
Sadly, you got to wear the logos that we put on them. The only thing that people are going to be able to put on them are their gamer tags, but it is what it is. The sponsors out there that really piss me off are the ones that don't reply. I mean, I can handle, sorry, we can't do it at this time, or it's not in our budget, or, it's not a big enough tournament for us, or whatever. And it's not like we ask for the world. But there's, when you're talking with a sponsor, or you've dealt with them before, or you think you got a good relationship with them, then you contact them and they just don't even reply. Those are the ones that piss me off, So,
yep.
With that being said, I'll tell you who, man, I probably shouldn't say it.
There's probably a lot of things you shouldn't say.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I told Emily this after the 10K. I'm coming on the rant, and I'm going to talk about I'm gonna be very, very
open
about a few things.
Yeah.
So
I just find it interesting that it's your company, correct?
I am the CEO.
All right, you're the CEO,
majority holder.
Okay. Yet you get bossed around so easily and complied. I mean, Emily is a fierce woman.
Look, Emily's like
you don't know.
Emily is like his PR advisor. Like Jeff, don't. No, Jeff. Bad Jeff.
And I respect that, and I value Emily more than anybody, and
Oh, thanks.
you
I
know,
thought you all right. The Weekly
I,
Rant no longer partnered or
you
powered
know,
by
I
them.
do. I mean, you're my neighbor. We're working on this chair, which, by the way, talking about promoting and lands.
Yeah.
Obviously, Diesel knows all about it, and I've leaked a little bit out. But we are planning another land, and we're doing one for charity for the National Children's Cancer Society. We're going to hold it in Southern Illinois, near St. Louis, at SIU at Edwardsville, Southern Illinois University. We're going to stream. We're going to have a chip-in button. It's going to be all charity stream. We're going to be hitting up a lot. We're going to go with this one different. We are going to. I have a whole army of guys from what, son? He won't let you play your game. 3 Xboxes on the table in there. What are you talking about?
I know, right?
Well, just then wait. If you guys are doing 1v1s, wait till somebody loses, then you take that spot.
Oh, hey, this this Chuck guy at NCG wants to get on here and tell the whole truth with no filter on some sponsors or something.
Bring him on. I know Chuck. I've exchanged emails with him.
Hey
Alright.
Jeremy, send is it NCGPro? Is that the Skype? I think it is. He said get Chuck Rock on Skype at NCGPro. So
Yep, I'm adding him right now. So just accept that friend request, dude, and I can drop you in.
Chuck Rock.
Yeah.
That's such a badass name, yo. Chuck
Yeah, it's like-
Rock.
Yeah, it's like, what's your name? Chuck Brock.
No,
bitch.
It's Chuck Rock. Like rock.
Oh, is it Rock?
Yeah, it's Rock.
That's a badass name.
Awesome,
What's your name? Chuck Rock, bitch. Yeah. Dude, that's like
Shut up.
the
Go get me some
best
cake.
freaking. Yeah, viewership is down. Yes, it is. If there's not something drama filled and completely stupid going on, then viewership normally goes down a bit.
Cross-eyed Arena. Eat my shit.
And
What's up, Chuck? Are you in here? Yo, Chuck Rock. UMG bringing you Chuck Rock from NCGPro. That's such a great name. I need to change my name.
Is he there? I think I heard a new caller come in.
Can you guys hear me?
There he is.
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
Not
Chuck
much,
Rock?
man.
Gentlemen. Jeff, how are you?
Oh man, I'm constrained. I'm not allowed to talk.
It's
I'm
okay.
trying-
It's all right. You know what? In the community, everybody's talking about the UMG at the end of December. You're doing things the way you're supposed to do it. I know when you're in the position that you're in, it's all nerves until it happens. And
Right.
either after that, you're smiling or you're throwing up. Let's hope you're smiling.
No doubt. Hey, before we go any further to Cross-eyed Arena, I love you, bro. I'm not starting shit with you.
If that's is that Raven? He has thin skin, man. You got to be sensitive to him. But so Chuck, you said you want to come on here and you're totally unfiltered, unedited, uncensored, just totally ready to talk about the investors and sponsors that are in the COD community and what they're willing to contribute to land. So I am very interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, it's a prove yourself first, and maybe we'll sponsor you later. There's doesn't seem to be anybody out there that wants to take a stab at this unless you are MLG. Jeff's got the funds to go about it in a very nice way. He's putting the money out there to raise in order to get the awareness. Once you build that audience and you can show people you can get 100, 300,000 viewers, whatever you can do, then they're going to be interested in doing it. Until that point, you're just pouring money. Just like you guys with the rant, you guys have poured money in this. Jeff has poured money in his business. Paul and his, Sean, over at Esports has spent, probably $30,000 or $40,000 over the past few years getting Esports Nation going. And, it is tiring sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, well, do I keep heading towards bankruptcy or,
You're just like, is this going to be worth it in a year? Is it? Should I just keep dumping money into it? What's going on? I mean, I think about that too sometimes.
Yeah,
Like especially
exactly.
like a show like tonight. Like we got two guys who run LAN events who are pretty knowledgeable in running LAN events and who know all about what goes on with sponsors and everything, and we can't even break 100 viewers. I mean, that's disheartening, but
Well,
I keep
it's
at it.
but sometimes you have hundreds, if not
Oh
over
yeah, no,
1,000.
we had like 4 straight episodes with about 600 people in here, so that's worth it. That's what
Yeah,
makes that's what makes it worth it, though.
well,
Yeah,
you got Rambo and Ego, and I mean,
Yeah.
with the follower, all they got to
Oh
do
yeah.
is they come on the show and tweet it out. Their followers, their base, it's phenomenal.
Oh
It
yeah.
really
It
it
definitely
makes
is.
me look little league. So
yeah.
We normally have a badass lineup of guests. I will say that. We're very fortunate that a lot of people support this show.
Well, when you have the pro gamers on and they have the connections that they have, like you say, you've got some in Optic Gaming that have, near 30,000 followers, and they tweet something out, you immediately have 4,000 people paying attention to what you're doing. And but they've worked also very, very hard to get that group to follow them, and you have to give them cred all the way.
right,
Our companies, we piggyback off of that. Of course, we want to grow with them. We want to make them bigger. That's why we're here. Jeff will tell you, just like anybody in our position, we don't do this out of love for a pro gamer or love for a game. We do this for the passion that we have for the gaming community, period. It's everyone that's involved in this business is just got a passion for it. If you don't, you're not going to be pouring the money into it. You're going to be raising your kids and mowing your grass and raking your leaves and painting your house. You're not going to spend the amount of money that we spend. I know Jeff's got I think from what I hear, I think Jeff's got, a bit more equipment than we have, but we've invested just in the last 6 months over $10,000 in monitors and headsets and equipment.
I'm not knocking you, but to set up to be able to go mobile and set up a LAN anywhere, if people really want to sit down and put a pencil to it, I mean, like some people will be like, "Oh man, that's 10 grand," but in essence, and without sponsors' help and financing this stuff by yourself, 10 grand's not a lot of money.
No,
I mean,
no. I mean, but
mean,
that's just in the last 6 months.
right? In the
So,
last 6 months,
yeah,
I
you
can.
can.
No, how about this? UMG was born on the first week of March, and I will not lie, my company was born out of spite. I was locked up with a piece of shit, and I left the
Oh.
last land that I had my name on through my apparel company that we were sponsoring. I left. I took what cash I had in my pocket. I threw it in the pot because it was a disgrace. And I drove 90 an hour all the way home back to St. Louis from Chicago, and I was pissed off. And it was just like this. It was like, you know what? I'll show you. And since March, UMG has spent over 40,000, almost probably over, close to 50,000 possibly, but over 40. And another little known fact for UMG is that counting our lands, and we did a 1K tournament with Esports Nation back in October. The 1K, we had other prizes that some sponsors come on board, and Schooly Nation. I mean, he's a big plus to this community, much appreciated. He provided some product and stuff, but the cash payout for that tournament came out of my pocket. There was no sponsors or anything. We paid that, but by the end of this year, after our last land for 2012, it adds up that UMG will have paid out over $30,000 in money alone, not counting all the other stuff that we've given out, but in cash alone, our total for the year in payouts is going to be well over $30,000. And I think a lot of people don't realize what goes in to setting that up and making it possible.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we at NCG, we know there's a market out there for us. We know that because we hear the gamers and the pro gamers as well. They want to compete in COD tournaments, and they don't want to go broke doing it. Your company and my company, I know you're planning on going nationwide. I think one day we will as well. We're going to remain regional probably for the next 12 months and cover the Southeast. We're planning on going to Boston and doing a 4v4 Pro challenge. Things just kind of fell through a couple weeks ago. We hate that, but they decided to go another direction. So, and in a way, it's a good thing because we're not spending the money to go, to Virgin Territory. We'll probably do the 4v4 Pro challenge either in Raleigh or Charlotte. But in the Southeast, we've got Charlotte, Atlanta, Raleigh, Durham. I wouldn't mind doing something at Myrtle Beach, like during the middle of the summertime, which is, man, that would be great. Have the gamers come out and be able to enjoy the beach and the women and everything else, and then be able to play COD at night. But hey, I do have a new saying. I don't know if I shared it with you guys yet or not, but it goes to the pro gamers. It's if I were to be a pro gamer, the only way I'd ever see the sunrise is if I stayed up 30 more minutes. Have you guys noticed that these pro gamers stay up all night playing COD?
And kids stay up watching them. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I actually don't run so much. I mean, as far as like communicating and stuff with people within the community, my business hours for UMG, for the most part, are from about noon to about 9 o'clock at night. And I would say I get most of my work done from about 6 o'clock to about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Hey, I want to bring up something that Cross-Eyed Arena, I don't know who's on that account.
It's Sam.
Raven. Yeah,
No,
Sam.
it's Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, no, his
Okay.
gamer tag's Raven.
Okay. He said the key to making this all successful is mutual support throughout the community, and he listed several companies, and I agree with that. And me and Chuck has talked about this. Lucky Sean over at ESN introduced me and Chuck maybe a month ago, maybe longer. I don't know. Time flies. Everything's a blur. But, this is something that me and Chuck had talked about. And I do want to make UMG available nationwide. I am set up for it. Me and Emily have worked our butts off to make UMG a marketable name, to where we can pull money from sponsors. But if somebody like Chuck is running good lands with good payouts, and he's in the Southeast, and I'm not gonna go there. But thank you, Zach, for correcting me. The chat, it's hard to watch the chat and talk, but I guess I could let the cat out of the bag right now. We are expanding. We're not going to stay in Chicago. Obviously, I'm from St. Louis, so you will see UMG St. Louis. But I do.
So you are coming to the South.
St. Louis is not the South.
No, we're
Missouri's the South.
Missouri is not
Missouri
the
was
South.
a border state. When I say South, I think Mississippi, Alabama.
You think
I
that?
don't know. I've got friends from Missouri, and they say, "Yeah, we're from the South."
Well, then they probably came from the South. I'm thinking like Arkansas. You got to have that long drawn out accent.
Easy now, easy.
Hey, now look at that. I'm Spring 21 in the chat. He said, "Come to Texas." Well, I got good news for you, Spring. UMG is going to come to Texas.
Probably Dallas.
It will not be Dallas.
It won't be Dallas?
No, it's not. Well, that's
debatable.
LTG runs Dallas, right? MLG and LTG. Yeah, Lantastic Gaming was running some events in Dallas.
Yep.
But Slider, I'm fucking with you.
I was being a smartass though. Who?
Right? Who? But Texas is going to be the next state that I plan on holding the LAN in. We're just waiting to see what MLG does. We're waiting for them to announce their dates and schedules, because I don't want to compete with MLG. I mean that would be foolish. But Texas is okay. ESN Soviet, Columbus. It's been talked about. It's been heavily talked about. But right now, if I had to announce the next UMG major land, not counting, we are putting on a big land for the National Children's Cancer Society, but I'm not counting that. But the next big land that we're going to travel and do is, I'm 99% sure we're going to Texas. The only thing I'm waiting on is to get the schedule for MLG to find out what dates that they're announcing for their season. And even when they announce the dates, though, that doesn't guarantee that Call of Duty is going to be on the circuit. So, you never know what MLG is going to do. They might run it once. They might run it twice. They might they might run it the whole year. Who knows?
It might be online.
Yeah, you don't know. But I'm not really going to concern myself with whether they do or not. Personally, I hope they do, because it markets the game and markets competitive that much more. I just don't want to host an event anywhere on a calendar near an MLG event, because travel's tough. It costs money. I wouldn't want to announce an event, say April 7th, and then April 15th is MLG weekend. I mean, that would be suicide for us. But we are coming to Texas, Corpus Christi, right? No, it won't be Corpus Christi. Sorry, bud.
Just go sit down on the coast. It's not too bad.
Thinking Houston area. That way, it'll be closer to Turbo, so he can make it.
Well, now one of the things that I hinted to Jeff last time we had a conversation was that we the smart thing to do, and you already see MLG doing this with esports company and some other folks. It wouldn't be a bad idea whatsoever for he and I to partner. Now, how that partnership would work, there would be a lot to be discussed, but both companies would have to remain viable. It's one thing to have competition out there, but when you take companies like ours, you merge them together and share resources, it can be a very smart thing. You kind of divide the work up. Of course, you're dividing hopefully what ends up being profits up, but you grow both companies, but both companies have to stay viable. I don't know how that's, or if that's even doable, but I think it's going to be very, very smart to at least kind of educate ourselves toward that and try to come up with a plan that works for him, that works for us, and we could have a super event. And,
or
the Super Bowl of COD.
Or now let's just think out loud for a second here. Let's say UMG's in the Midwest, and I'm trying to think who
NCG.
we could say. No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking West Coast.
Okay.
I don't know about primetime gamers. I mean, but there's got to be some other LAN companies out in the West. You've got local battles up in the Northeast in Fort Lee, New Jersey. I know John very well. What's to say that we couldn't set up a circuit to where, if we had divided the country up into 6 regions or whatever, found 6 different companies, but if we could all kind of come together and create
if you make, you pretty much just, it's like a conglomerate, and you all pull your resources and you set up a nationwide circuit. I think that'd be pretty interesting. But one thing that would have to be done is that you guys would have to all decide on a name. Like, everything would have to change. There'd be so many things.
It'd be like, well, we want to name it you got so many, egos, and I'm not referring to Paul at Icons, obviously. I'm just saying people's egos, who's in charge, or who's voting on this, or who comes up with the sponsor. I mean, it would really be, and even if you did a point system, actually Midget King and Holiday Doc had a great idea that they had talked about, but with the North American COD League. It would be great. I would definitely, you know, be willing to swallow my pride and shove my ego aside if I could be a part of something like that to help pull it off. But it would be tough.
Well,
Yeah, I
we
mean, it
are.
would be tough. I mean, all you guys would have to pull together. You'd have to make like a board of directors, sort of. So like the CEOs of every company would have to come together, make a board of directors, and basically there would be you guys would be like the CEO all in one. You'd basically you'd all decide on how to run the thing. You'd all have to decide on a name. There'd be a unified ranking system. I've seen that a few times in the chat, which would be an awesome thing to have nationwide. There'd be unified rules nationwide. There'd be constant lands going on, and it'd be a circuit. I mean, here you'd be it's like Cali, Chicago, wherever they're at Northeast. I think it's New Jersey. Wherever you're running your stuff, Chuck. I don't know where you're actually located at.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. So I mean,
Well, we won't hold that against you.
Hey, easy. We're not as bad as West Virginians.
That's
Hey. I don't want to hear that. Come on.
Why shouldn't it be nationwide? Benbow 100
Well, okay, so here's the thing.
worldwide.
In my opinion, like right now, we're in talks with the Carolina Gaming Summit, which is going on in Greensboro just a month after the 4v4 Pro Tour, which is taking place just right up the road from them. They're in Greensboro, we're in Winston-Salem. And in my opinion, Jeff, is we need to team up with companies such as PAX East, Penny Arcade. We need to team up with companies like the Carolina Gaming Summit. You know, these things go on all over the country, and it would be perfect to merge our business model in with theirs and to throw these tournaments at these events, which the attention's there, the audience is there, you know, and everybody loves to be cheered by an audience. And our events that we do, they attract, you know, the best teams in the country. So, you know, I know Envious is coming. We've heard that Optic Gaming is coming, but that's not confirmed. We know that Slaughterhouse is going to be there, and Suddenly Famous, which is now they've changed their name. I don't know what they are now, but they were MLG as well. So we've got a few pro teams that are going to be here that we know of. Now, obviously, we want them all here. You know, will they come down? I don't know. But the good thing about being in a town like Winston-Salem, you know, this is a town about 100,000 people, so it's not that big. But our hotel rates, we've got the best hotels in the area for like $54 a night, and with breakfast and everything. Our venue is the Fox and Hound, and we've got a deal with them to where we can use any Fox and Hound in the country, which most of you probably heard of a Fox and Hound. It's a sports bar and a pub. So they have food there, they have beer, and they have plenty of space for tournaments like ours. Now the venue that Jeff has up in Chicago is just absolutely amazing. I think extremely blessed to have that. One of the things that we're looking into for the 3-day bash in 2013 is to do a mostly COD event, have 6 COD games, 4 free, or actually 6 free-for-alls, I think a 2v2 and whatever the gamers vote for, and then a 4v4 in Black Ops 2. And we're actually looking at having that at a very large venue with the stage and everything. And the promoter that wants to do it with me is a good friend of mine. He owns 3 nightclubs. He wants to bring in the Lizard Lick towing guys. Don't laugh, but yes, he wants to bring in celebrities to help bring more people in and to create just a real big buzz even outside of the gaming business, and have just a huge audience for the pro gamers to come and play with. Now, one of the things that we're doing, and you're going to read an article on Esports Nation probably any day now. As a matter of fact, Zach's in here. Zach, are you there? I saw your thing come up on the chat. But one of the things that you're going to find out is that with National Championship Gaming, we're taking a bit of a different approach. We have hired a production crew that's going to follow 3 of the top teams that come to our event in Winston-Salem, January 4th, 5th, and 6th. This production crew, this is a They have the $20,000 cameras, the experience, everything. They are going to do a reality show type documentary. Somebody mentioned something to me today. It's like an MTV show, but I don't think I've seen it. But they are going to film these guys from the time that they get up in the morning at the hotel room, their strategy meetings, their breakfast, all the way till they get to the event, and then we're going to follow them through the event. And we feel like this is one of the things that is going to make this industry stronger and better, and people are going to look at it and watch the videos and be like, holy crap, I would love to have been there. I would love to be a part of that. I want to be a pro gamer like that. Oh, I see how they do that now. I see what they go through, everything else. That is going to me create an absolutely remarkable buzz. And Jeff, I would recommend the same thing. Go with production. I know you're spending money. I know you're spending a lot of it. It's kind of breathtaking at times. You're wondering, am I doing the right thing? Am I going about this the right way? But anytime you put 10 grand in a tournament, you're getting everybody's attention. And I don't think you have to do shit to, you've just got 10 grand out there. They're going to win 10 grand. Somebody's going to win 10 grand. It's going to create the buzz, and it has. As you said, the trick is going to be finding the sponsorship. But to me, in the long term for our companies, you're going to have your event completely documented on video, and that is going to help sell it in the future. And it's got to be professionally done. I come from television. We had this TV show back in the late 90s, early 2000s called Chuck Rock Live. It was on UPN. It was a video game review show. It was like what we called a radio show with graphics. But it was, it was one of those things that we learned so much from, but the sponsorship fell out, and that's what killed us. And when you don't have the sponsorship money, you can't do these great tournaments. You can't do these great things that gaming likes. And you see it even, and this is the bad thing, this economy has taken a toll. X-Play is going away. And that is the worst fucking thing. I'm like, the only gaming TV show left besides, the Spike Gaming Awards and stuff like that, the VGAs, the only real video game show left is now just disappearing, and nobody's trying to save it. And is anyone here? Do you guys watch? Jared, do you watch the X-Play?
No, I don't think I've even heard of it.
Really? Wow.
I used to watch it all the time, but then it got boring. They were doing the same shit over and over, and there's just not enough new material. Well, the material's there, but they won't capitalize on what's out there. The show's completely boring now. I'm actually not surprised that they're getting rid of it.
Yeah, in a way, I agree with you. It did used to be better. Adam Sessler is a friend of mine, and we've interviewed him a few times. If you go and you can look that up on YouTube, just put in Chuck Rock interviews Adam Sessler. We had several interviews with him, but when he was there, I think it was better, and they had the feed involved. The feed is the news reel 4G 4TV. If you click on news, then you get the feed.
Yeah,
they are the most popular news site for video games, even over IGN and Machinima and Kotaku. They have more visits per day than anybody. It's probably going to fall off without the TV promotion. But, the sad thing is that it's disappearing, and we're seeing this stuff disappear. Now, can it live on the internet? Mass media. You want TV, you want television, and the crazy thing is that for years now we've been watching. I can cuss. I think I've said a few. We're watching fucking poker on ESPN.
Man, are you fucking cussing on the fucking Weekly Rant? You fuck.
You can't fucking do that, man. Hey, while we got this break, we got Benson in here.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking who he is.
Yo. What's
Benson,
up?
Benson, just introduce yourself so everybody in here gets some understanding.
Yeah, I'm Benson. I'm a Call of Duty caster. I mainly cast in Europe, but I mean, recently I've been working a lot with Activision themselves, doing some events that they've wanted to cast, and I've been sort of seeing the way that the Call of Duty scene itself is sort of starting to blow up. And I missed quite a lot because I was actually casting earlier on, so I do apologize, jumped in the show quite late. But when I joined, talking about how just about the NA scene and about sort of trying to get one community, I guess you could say, to try and get the tournaments. What I'm interested to find out is your thoughts on what happens if Call of Duty hop in and they start doing the tournaments. I mean, how's the reaction going to be in the community with that? Like, will for the likes of MLG, EGL, UMG, all those tournaments, how are they going to are they going to compete or try and coexist with Call of Duty if they start doing tournaments again?
I don't like the idea that Treyarch and Activision are kind of bullying score streaks. I like score streaks as a player, but then when you look at the pro gaming scene, what really sucks about it is that you can get real lucky and there's no skill involved.
True, but I mean, imagine you're a pro player and Call of Duty come out and say, yeah, we're going to do another COD XP, $1 million prize money. There's going to be score streaks. As a pro player, what do you do?
You go for the money.
Streaks, baby.
Exactly. You go, okay, shit, I'll play with some score streaks for a while. Hell, I can manage. I mean, that's something that you guys have to be sort of starting to think about that, yeah, okay, it's a pain in the ass. It kind of semi-ruins competitive play. I personally agree. I was just, commentating a show match right there with score streaks and, I saw a hunter drone go clutch. It's like, what the hell? Where's the skill in that? You threw something in the air, it went clutch. But
yeah, there's the hunter drones are kind of random, but I mean, there's some things that are good about score streaks, in my opinion. I think. I mean, it's hard to get most of them, honestly. I mean, you got to rack up kills, or you got to cap a flag, you got to do objectives. I mean, it's hard to rack up those kills, especially at a high level of competitive play. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got the top 32 teams from Frag Cup 4 going at each other the weekend of December 15th and 16th, or 14th and 15th, whichever one it is. And we're going to see how score streaks really stack up there, because all those teams are pretty much on the same level of talent and skill in the game right now. So, I mean, we'll see how much of an influence score streaks actually have on the gameplay.
I got a question before I forget. I was going to ask Chuck something. He was talking about he's got a LAN coming up in January.
Yeah.
What's the prize pool for that?
If we get all 32 teams, it's over $5,000 for the Call of Duty Black Ops and a little over $2,000 for the Halo 4.
Okay.
The guaranteed payout is $2,500. That's guaranteed.
Right. Okay. So what's your entry fees?
It's $50 per person for the Black Ops 2 and $40 per person for the Halo 4. Plus we've got 2 free-for-alls, one in Halo 4 and one in Black Ops 2. It's 100% payout. It's $10 a person for that. And I think we're going to max out like 128 people that can enter the free-for-alls.
Right on. I was just wondering.
Have you got any European teams coming out for that? Do you know? Or have you reached out?
No, we'd love to. I mean, competition is competition. I don't care where you're from. I don't think we have that wide of reach. And to be honest with you, I mean, even with Jeff's got a $10,000 guaranteed payout. Is it worth it? Because you're looking at what, $1,500 to $2,000 in round trip airline.
Yeah.
So unless the sponsors want them to be there, I don't know. If I can, I want to cover something about NCG, and I think it's something that sets us apart. And Jeff, we haven't discussed this yet, and I'm sure not, where you stand on this, but with National Championship Gaming, we feel like that we treat pro gaming as the NFL treats pro football. And we feel like it needs to be an even playing field, no matter what. And this is one of the most important things to me that I can share with you, because I saw somebody texting over here on the side in the chat room, and they said, Chuck doesn't like scuffs. No, that's not true. I want a free one. I really do. I want them to send me one, but they won't do it. And I may buy one day because I suck at the game. And you can ask anybody that plays. I'm good at Modern Warfare 3, but at Black Ops, I just, as old as I am, my brain just takes a lot more time to learn the maps and the spots. But trust me, by the next Modern Warfare 4, I will have Black Ops 2 down. One of the things that I want to make sure that happens in pro gaming, and this is what our company stands up for, is that there is an even playing field. You can bring your own controller, but you can't bring your own headset because we provide all the headsets for you. And everybody at one table has the same headsets. We have one table that has PDPs, one table that has Tritons, and two tables that have Turtle Beaches. And those headsets are there for those players. They're wired, they're hooked up. Now you can bring your own controller as long as the controller is not modded. And I say modded as in extra buttons, such as a scuff or rapid fire, which I don't think too many people use that, but I've got a mod here that has rapid fire, but I can't play with it.
Cheater.
But
Yeah.
it kind of, but look, I bought it because it looks like a god control. This thing, you worship it when you cut it on. It just lights up from everywhere. So
Consoles you got, Chuck?
I've got everything, baby.
Oh, I mean, how many?
Oh, probably like 38.
He's got everything, baby. That's Chuck Rock you're talking to.
Rock.
All right. Well, the question I have is why can't people bring their own headsets?
Well, here's the thing. You know, the headsets that we have with the Turtle Beaches, we've got X12s. With the Tritons, the what are they called? The Terminators or something? Hell, I don't remember. And the PDPs, you know, every table is on an even playing field. Now, one day when, let's say, what's the name of the company? Not Razer, but the other one that makes really nice headsets. Help me out here, fellas.
Astro?
Astro.
Astros?
Yeah. If Astro wants to step it up and sponsor, send us 8 headsets for one table, or 16 for 2, or 32 for all 4, whatever you want to do. And if they want to be a sponsor, fine. But we invested in this because if one person comes in with a $300, $400 pair of headsets, and you know, with a mix amp and everything, and they plug that shit in, they can hear a pin drop from all the way across the map.
But now, hold on, Chuck. Hold on. Let me interrupt here for a minute. Okay. Now, you say you want to keep it fair or whatever. Here's the thing. If kids, or I should say if gamers, take their game serious, and if they're spoiled rich kids, or if they got jobs, or if they get sponsored or whatever, but if they can get a scuff, then it's not like scuffs aren't available to other people that are competing. And if other people that want to compete can't afford a scuff and they don't want to play on a regular wired controller, well, that's not nobody's fault. Okay. So
I disagree, because I'm going to be an advocate for the average gamer, and the average gamer, you know, even though they invested a couple
average gamers don't compete LAN.
Yeah.
You can't.
For the average gamer.
I mean, if you look at it from the average gamer thing, all right, you're talking about the original controller that came with the Xbox and the shitty ass Xbox Live mic that you get with it. That's it. That's average gamer.
No,
when you start,
they use the fishbowl, man. The Kinect.
oh yeah,
The Kinect.
yeah.
Yeah, you got
Oh man, it sounds like
Sorry,
a
I'm old
goddamn fishbowl.
Now, we may, you know, if Scuff wants to get involved and send us enough controllers for everybody, you know,
No, Now hold on now. Now hold on.
Because if
Shit
I was
is getting good.
if I was coming to your friend, Chuck, I would rather use my Turtle Beaches that I have, because these are headsets that I'm comfortable with. I don't like, you know, putting on everyone else's headsets, or, you know, using.
Agreed. Now, if somebody's, I'm sorry, but I got to jump in here. I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat made a point. What if somebody's got lice, or, you know, you're sitting there fucking sweating, and then you got to put on a set. I mean, there's
Jeff, I am so glad you said that, because you know what? I am a very, very clean person. Dude,
so am I.
I am from North Carolina. I take a shower once a week, whether I need it or not. But
That's
I thought
good.
there is going to be hand sanitizer at every table and a can of Lysol, you can wipe your shit off.
Hold on. This is my fucking show. I want to say something. All right. So I've been talking with Squid Grip actually through DMs, and this is what she doesn't want to. Squid Grip doesn't want to come on. So this is what I have to offer. One of the key bits of advice I have for anyone wanting sponsorship from a company is to treat them like a company. I'm not running this business for my garage. For my garage period. They seriously They seriously send me the most horrible emails, typos, incorrect grammar. They get very aggressive if I don't respond to tweets, DMs, or emails quickly enough. It's crazy. So, I mean, that's interesting to say that people are hitting companies up with incorrect grammar, incorrect spelling, punctuation. I mean, you gotta
No,
hit these companies
I
up
can.
in the most professional manner possible.
we
You
all
gotta
know
treat
pro
them like
gamers
they're a
know how to
company.
spell and pronunciate and
Hey,
be
listen,
professional.
listen to this. And
Yo,
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 what's up? What's
Yo.
okay,
good?
now hold on a minute. I have an email in my email box from somebody, and I don't normally, I'm not using this as racial, but this dude goes, "What up, nigga? Yo, can you hook me and my crew up for?" And I was just like, I didn't respond to it because it was just like I'm not even going to waste my time typing back to this guy. I mean, the stuff that he said to me in his initial email to me, and he sent me like three. I mean, he's using profanity, and which I mean we all do, but I mean when you're trying to deal directly with somebody involving business, you don't use racial slurs and you don't use profanity. And another thing that Squid Grip may have said or may not have said, but we talked about this last night, is when players come to us for sponsorship or what have you, and you
Yeah,
look at it and be like, well, what do we get? And oh well, our social media, we have 15,000 followers on Twitter, blah blah blah.
yeah,
And then, like Squid Grip said, you go run their Twitter through the website and find out that 80% of them are bots or
yeah.
inactive. I mean, so these kids or these gamers that are, instead of investing their time and money and going to lands and beating teams like Optic or Envy or Quantic or somebody and stuff, they're creating fake. They're inflating their numbers online for their social media, and then just basically trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And it kind of turns us off to where maybe when a good player does send you an email and you should probably actually sit down and talk to them, you're just so tired of it that you don't.
So, well, I actually jumped the gun on that quote. I wasn't supposed to quote Squid Grip on that, so apologies. I think I'm fired. I think
that's
we.
okay. But can I tell you? I mean, they are correct.
Yeah.
They're
You
correct.
suck.
Yes, correct. There's in any industry, you have to be professional. I mean,
I
no
mean,
matter
it
what.
was too good not to quote. I mean, I've preached that on many shows before when I first started the Weekly Rant up, that you have to be professional. I mean, I got into a huge, it wasn't even a huge thing. I was just giving some constructive criticism to a new site up that's been out for a couple months now. They're growing some following. It's codisports.com or whatever it is. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I read like three articles in a row that had grammar, spelling, punctuation, run-on sentences didn't sound right, and I'd simply just tweeted the guy saying, "Dude, you need to proofread your shit a lot better, man, because it's very hard to read just for me. Like it's incredibly hard to read, and I'm a grammar Nazi, so if I see something like that, it bugs the
Yeah.
hell out of me." So,
Yeah, you
I
you
mean,
blew up about it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I correct these guys in Skype chats. I mean, that's how crazy I am about grammar and punctuation and spelling and all that. So,
He does it to me.
Yep.
and yeah, I do it to everybody. But I just said like, dude, you're putting on this news site, and everything it has to be correct, man. You gotta look as professional as possible, and it's just he blew up in my face. He took it very personal, and it's like, dude, it's just it's constructive criticism. I mean, it's not to burn you, it's to help you out. I mean, the image you put on in your writing, people see that, and sponsors may leave, they may hit you up, or I mean, it's a decision maker for people like me personally. Since being a grammar Nazi, if you can't type, write, or spell, then get the fuck out of here, basically. But um, yeah, I don't know. I don't read much from ESN's site. I don't peruse that site very much. I'm gonna have to start diving in to these sites actually and getting some good content. So But
Hey,
that's
can
my
we go-
2 cents on it.
Can we go back to roasting Chuck about the headsets?
Yeah, I actually have something very interesting to point out. Soviet said in chat, and this is true for many of the top teams,
Yes, it is.
that if you say the team must use your headset, that goes against the pro team's contracts with their sponsors, like Envy with Astro. I know Optic is sponsored by Astro as well. They will not be able to play in your tournament because they're not using their headset.
I had players, and I'm not going to say their names, but I had players that we gave the Steel Series to, and they actually were hesitant about getting their picture taken holding a set of Steel Series.
Yeah, I mean
Because they were sponsored by Astro.
The sponsors could say, "Hey, you're holding another competitor's product. You're gone. See ya."
Yeah.
But in all actuality, for me, it's the hygiene. I don't care if you got lice spray, if you got fucking raid and cockroach spray. I am not going to go into a land center and be and do no sloppy seconds. I mean, that goes for everything.
I don't think there's a lot of people that would. If you walk in and you know that you're going to be playing on this one set of headphones, and you look at the people that are playing there and the people that keep coming and using the same headphones, most people will just walk out and be like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this."
I agree with you. To be honest, though, I don't think a headset is a massive difference, especially when you look at the pro scene. Because if you look at all the sort of the top players and anyone really that attends a LAN, they've got good headsets. Like I've never once in my life heard of a semi-pro player that rocks up with the Microsoft standard headset. You never see that. Everyone has some sort of a headset. The majority of people have that mix amp as well. So I don't really think headsets is something that you need to really worry about, because the players will bring it themselves. Same with the sort of controllers as well. Because if you were to say get a contract with Scuff and they provided you with all those controllers, I know hundreds of players that don't use a Scuff, and that's because they don't want to use a Scuff. So then you've got players that have never used one that are now being forced to use it, which they're not going to enjoy or play as well as they possibly would without it. And the Scuff I'm always like on the edge with, because I kind of think it is a bit unfair. But then you have one and you kind of like, yeah, it's awesome. I really love using it because you kick ass with it. But some people don't even think it has that much of an effect. But in terms of the headsets, I would just say, you know what, let the players bring their own. It doesn't really make that much of a difference.
Well, you say it doesn't make a difference, but if you have a $400 headset and compared to the next guy who has a $60 headset, there's a huge difference in sound and what you hear and how you can pinpoint anything that happens on that map. Do you agree
Not
with that?
really. Not really with Black Ops 2. It's not. It's
Even
not
if it
the
did,
same with it.
It doesn't matter. Even if it did, if the gamer that has the $400 headset was good enough to get sponsored or spent the money on them,
headset
then
out there?
not that I don't know, but I'm
Yes,
just saying.
there is.
I'm just saying.
Wondering. I mean, but that a lot of that pro gamers wear. I don't know.
After A50s, but you can't use them at LAN anyway. But
Yeah.
Those are 300.
No,
Regardless.
what? They're like £350. That's got to be like $700, surely.
What, dude? You're tripping, dude.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Dude, I just saw A50s at Best Buy for 300. I swear to God, unless I read it wrong. I don't. Maybe.
did?
All
my
right.
memory
So
is-
now I'll have to admit, you guys, I am a bit swayed, but again, allow me to say this. Let's look at gaming like NFL looks at football. Is that fair?
No, it's not. We don't
No.
like to compare.
Okay.
We
No.
don't
We-
like
we
to
don't
compare
compare.
sports and gaming.
No,
Okay. How can
we're not.
you
We're not
if-
NFL football, and we
But
don't have
I'm not saying
$1,000 helmets with wired headsets. In them.
We've tried comparing to all the different professional sports organizations, and you just can't do it because this is a completely different thing. The point that I was trying to make, Chuck, is it's not a bad concept, but it's the fact that I saved up $150 to get my Turtle Beaches. All right. They're not the best ones out there. They're not the worst ones out there. I just bought.
You should have saved another month.
Yeah, I should have. Now here's the thing. I went out and I spent $40 on a pair of X12s for my brother, and those are the cheapest Turtle Beaches you can buy. $34.99 was the total price.
on Black Friday?
No, I didn't buy them on Black Friday.
How'd you get
Cyber
them for
Monday?
$34.99?
Because my Best Buy always sells them for that price.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah. But it's one of those things where, I got him those. They are probably the shittiest headphones I've ever seen or used, but I hated them. The sound quality is terrible, he absolutely loves them. He destroys kids with it. Don't know how. But the headset doesn't really make the player. It just kind of helps a little bit. But everyone has a headset. Everyone has their own thing that they're used to, that they're comfortable with. And a lot of these pro teams, if you really want them to come to your event, you got to let them use their own headsets. Otherwise, they won't be able to play.
It's kind of like, Chuck, you know how you keep sort of going to the NFL? Like, the headset for a gamer is kind of like the boots. And that may be a bit of a weird sort of analogy, I guess.
The
but
cleats,
you would never,
right.
yeah, the cleats. You would never provide the NFL players in the Super Bowl with all one pair of cleats. That just doesn't happen. They have their own sponsors. Like, if you look at soccer globally, you got Cristiano Ronaldo. I know, obviously, you're American, you don't follow soccer, I would imagine, but Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the most well-known people in the whole world, his team may be sponsored by Adidas, but if he's sponsored by Nike, he's wearing Nikes. Who, Cristiano?
Say that again.
You get the idea. Like, you don't sort of provide them with the cleats; they have their own. That's sort of the way.
But they all have to be made to a certain specification.
Within a degree, though, because I mean, if you look at football boots in Europe and across the world, they're all completely different. I mean, different boots can provide you with different sort of advantages, I guess you could say. Because I mean, I used to play soccer at quite a high level, and I had different boots to other people that did completely different things. Some are ultra lightweight, some aren't, but different players use them differently, and that's kind of the same way headsets. So I know where you're trying to come from. You're trying to come from that we need it all to be completely fair, and I think in a way that is good, but I think it's just never going to be that way because a headset only gives you a certain advantage. And I think nowadays all the headsets are pretty much similar, especially I think it was Jeremy who said earlier on, Black Ops 2, to be honest, you don't even really need a headset in that game. You could probably play with TV sound and do just as well.
Yeah,
I think we should make all the NBA players wear the old Chuck Connors high tops.
Oh, God.
That's what we should do now.
Dude, I'd be down. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Chuck Taylor would be down too. Let's go.
So anyway, no, I can't go with you on the headset thing there, Chuck.
And it's just because a lot of the professional teams, they have these contracts with the sponsors. That's the main point of all this is you're taking away from the players.
Well, like, don't Optic and Envy have something with Astro?
Yeah, they both do.
They're both EON, so yeah, they both have that. I mean, so they have to wear the Astros around. And
I'm curious to see if Envy wears the headsets at the LAN, Chuck. Let me know.
I'll be honest with you. I'm old. I'm stubborn. I certainly, I guess I got an ego. I don't think it's as big as Paul's, but this discussion it's actually opened my eyes a bit, and I'm changing the rules right this very second.
All right, Chalk for the weekly rant. Way to go!
I didn't think about the
no
sponsorship
problem, guys. I'm
thing,
here. I'm here for all you guys.
No and that the teams couldn't play, and that's kind of a, that's kind of a scary moment whenever you say, well, your home team, which Envious lives 20 minutes up the road, your home team cannot, has a contract and won't be able to play in your competition because we do have a professional film crew coming out to document this event and to do a reality type show on 3 different pro gaming teams coming in. And if they can't be filmed wearing the headsets, I think that would be detrimental to our production. And to me, the production part of it is just as important as everything else. So if you go to our site right now, we've just made the change on the site that the and I'm making sure I've updated every page that has it on there. I think I have. It now, we now state, and I'll quote it verbatim if you'll give me 1 second. This is at 4v4pro.com. Hope you don't mind that little plug right there.
And that'll cost you $100. What are you doing?
Yep. This is number 5. If you go to the rules page and then go to number 5, no, I'm sorry. Number 3, headsets are provided for every player by NCG, or you may bring your own. How's that? Can I get a hand?
Better. That's
better.
And that is keeping it fair, saying, hey, look, if you want to compete but you don't have a headset or you got the shitty Xbox headset, we've got some Turtle Beaches or something that, that's cool. So, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I
you always got to
that
be looking out.
that could be an attraction for people that might not know what the competitive scene is and don't have all the gear. I mean, that could possibly attract some new players. But as far as making actual already competitive players, such as pro teams and stuff, use headsets that have been worn by other people, and I mean, it would start a hubbub, an unnecessary hubbub in your event. Like
Hey,
if you get someone like Aches in there who's very outspoken with his opinions.
No.
Hey, we had
Uh,
eggs at the 3-day bash this year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But we
Good
didn't
old
have
Aches.
headsets. So
God, you didn't have headsets. There you
yeah,
go.
nobody
Hey,
had.
Chuck, let me ask you something. You're going to have the production crew, and you're going to follow the pro teams around. If you're going to do that, I would, I don't know, I would probably pick up a local AM team or something and follow them too to show the difference. But since we're on this again, how much is it costing you for this production? If you don't mind me asking.
It's costing a lot.
Okay, and now you are doing this production to promote gaming or
Yeah,
promote your company, right?
The production to me is an integral part of every single tournament that we do.
Okay.
It is, to me, it's a must have. You cannot you can't let this moment pass by and not document every moment of it, because
Okay, now I just want to make a point here. If you want to market your company and you want to get exposure, take the money that you're paying for the video crew and put it in your prize pool. You'll fill your brackets. You'll have more. And you want to talk about marketing? Get 40 pro players tweeting out about your event because they're going.
Not even just that. What you could do as well is you want the best teams in the world at your event. That's what every tournament strives for. I mean, if you for example, I asked you before, have you got any European teams? And you were like, well, we'd love to. Make it happen. TCM beat Optic at EGL. It's a close game. They're up there as one of the best teams in the world. I don't think they're better than Optic by any way or shape, but they're up there. People know who they are. You want them at those events. You want all these European teams like Team Prophecy. Like, so many people in the US have heard of Prophecy. You would want them at that event. You want to make that event the sort of the pinnacle event you could possibly make it, which was my point when I first joined the call, which is, if Call of Duty, for example, Activision or Treyarch, they hop in and say, we're going to do a tournament, every single pro team is going to be at that tournament. And that's what, as a tournament organizer, you really need to strive for.
And that brings in viewers.
Well,
exactly, yeah.
But see, all these UK or the European tournaments also having, it's 10 grand. At least that's American money. I'm not sure what the prize is. We do not have that yet. Again, I think Jeff's got a little bit deeper pockets than we have, and he can do that. Our guaranteed payout is $2,500. If we fill up all of our slots, we're a little over 7,000. And plus we have the free for alls, which are 100%
But you say
payout.
if you fill up all your slots,
Right.
I'm going to tell you this: for Modern Warfare 3, when I got involved in this, we tried to run the best events possible, and we knew our business plan was marketing UMG, proving to the people that we keep our word, we pay out, we run good events, we run fair events, but we wanted to get teams there, not just the local kids in the Chicago area. So we offered 100% payout lands for the 4v4s. We were not going to keep any players' money. Our last event, our last big LAN event for MW3 had 24 teams. If we would have come out and said, hey, we're going to, for the UMG championship, we're going to guarantee $10,000, I believe that, we would have had 32 teams.
How many teams do you have so far?
I can say I have no idea.
Now you guys are selling. You guys are they purchase online, correct? And I'm trying to make sure I remember all the reading I've done. But if they buy ahead of time, it's $50 a ticket. If they show up there to buy, it's $60.
We are very similar there. It's $200 for a 4-man team. So, $50 a player. If they don't register online, we mark it up that the 25%. Now,
Right. Okay.
granted, I would rather they register online.
Sure. That way you know what you're dealing with.
So we know who, but the thing with the thing that we found out for online registration, we could have opened online registration up for this event 3 months ago and would have had 5 teams registered before, December 14th. All of our online registration, which I know we've got people register online because I get notifications in my email. I just don't go check it all the time because people are buying spectator passes, free for alls, 2v2s, 4v4s. It wouldn't surprise me like right now if we only had, 7 or 8 team passes sold for this 10K event. And if that's all the 4v4 passes we have sold, I'm going to be honest with you, I think that's good because registration doesn't stop for another couple weeks. Most teams don't know who they're actually going to be teaming with, if they're picking anybody up. And a lot of them just would rather pay the extra percentage at the door for some. I don't understand why. But like for the MW3, the UMG Championship, we had 24 teams registered. That number that only really registered online was probably 8. But I knew I had confirmed with teams like, yeah, we're going to be there. We'll just pay at the door. I'm like, okay, so that's pretty much how it works. So, I mean, like right now, we probably got 7 or 8 teams registered for the 4v4. And to be honest with you, I don't put much thought into it and I don't look at it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're going to fill up your brackets. I have very little doubt. There's so much hype going on with the UMG in Chicago. The only thing that can screw you is if you guys get a huge snowstorm or something crazy like that.
It's going to be 70 tomorrow here. It's been a dry year, and we haven't had any snowfall in Illinois before January in like 5 or 6 years.
Knock on wood, baby.
You know what? If it happens, it happens. It's an act of God. We'll fix it. But what you can't not plan events worried about the weather. If that was the case, we wouldn't hold a LAN till April.
Right. Now, Jared, can I ask you a question? And Jeff, I guess this would be directed to everybody in here. We're fishing this thing for the 3-day bash in 2013, and we're fishing doing 6 COD games over 3 days, 6 free-for-alls, and then a 2v2 in whatever the gamers vote for. So, I mean, it could even be a 2v2 in Call of Duty 4 or anything, since then. And then a 4v4 in Black Ops 2. How do you guys feel about having like a 3-day COD event from Call of Duty 4 on?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know about the only company that could put that on that would make any money or gain any awareness would be Activision.
Yeah. We're focused on Black Ops 2. It's we're the first. I don't want to sound arrogant. We're the first big LAN. There's already been some LANs out there, but I don't know what their attendance was or how much they were paying out, and not even really that 10,000 and a guaranteed cash payout for the 4v4, and that's not even really a lot of money compared to what MLG does or whatever. But we're looking at like Black Ops 2. There's a lot of chatter about it. There's a lot of excitement. Everybody's talking about UMG. I mean, and that's where it's at. We're hoping for record stream numbers and hoping for good attendance. We're hoping for 32. I'm being conservative safely. I think that I will fill a 32 team bracket. Now, I got people tweeting me saying they're going to be there, but they do that all the time. If I believed every team that said they were going, we'd have 70. But
what happens if you do get more than 32?
We'll be okay. We've got 7 competitive stations ready to go. So there'll be 14 teams seated at all times.
I've got to ask again, have you got any European teams that have confirmed or expressed interest?
For you, I don't know. Not that I know of. I mean, I don't think $10,000 is a lot to have, for a European team to come over just to get their ass beat. But,
shots fired.
Hold on. I could create some real no, I'm not even going to go there. Nope. I'll be the bigger man right there. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay. Hey, and while we're on the subject, you remember about 300 years ago when we kicked your red coat ass out of this country?
Oh shit! Remember that shot heard around the world? I
Yeah.
do.
Remember that shit, Benson?
Oh
What's up?
damn!
All good. It's all good.
Hold on, wait. Let me show some love to my UK brother. You're our brothers from another mother. We know you guys stand with us through thick and thin. We might rumble a little bit on Xbox Live, but when it comes down to it, we always war together.
Man, you
So,
brown noser.
no, it's not
Right.
that.
D-
Listen.
D-
The guys from the
red coat.
UK, you can't find more stand-up folks now. They might hate us on Xbox Live because we got a little snot-nosed brats over here that talk a lot of shit.
They
So,
do too. It's worldwide, baby.
It's
Wow.
on both sides.
I agree. It's on both sides. I'm good with that.
Hey, I'm Benson. I say that to Capo all the time. I ride his ass for being a damn dirty Brit.
We all do that.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
it's
I haven't
capital.
been able to
I'm just-
ride his ass for a month now. I got like
because they got
backlogged
that
ass riding,
damn
dude. It's
UK
gonna be
internet.
bad.
UK internet does
They're,
suck.
they're using the Queen's internet.
the Queen's. Shit, that's priceless.
All right,
But
well,
no, I'm just treating you like one of the guys.
all right. Well, we've touched on a lot of things. It was nice getting Chuck in here. Just to have Jeff and Chuck, two owners of two different land companies that are in different parts of the country, talk about what it takes to run a land and future plans for what could possibly happen, dependent on the
Texas,
success
baby.
of Black Ops 2 and everything. So, I do have to get to sleep though.
Jared, I
Unless-
want to say one thing before we go.
What's
Get
up?
out of here, Chuck.
National Championship Gaming wants to sponsor your show. You
All right,
have
man.
my number. You got my
will.
number.
All right, I'll
You got
talk
my
it over.
contact information. You
Yeah.
call me. Okay.
All
How can
right.
you turn down money? Tell me how.
I gotta talk it
Well,
over with the
definitely.
guys first. I gotta talk
There
it
you
over
go.
with the Weekly Rant staff, and I'll get back to you. Prophet's currently in Vegas this whole week working at
He's-
IPL, so
He's gonna be MIA for a while.
yeah. But
Well,
I mean, yeah, it's yeah, I'll talk to you further in detail later. Probably next week. I mean, it is the finals week for me in these next couple weeks, so I'm pretty busy. So if I don't get to you, don't think it's because I'm giving you the cold shoulder. It's just because I'm doing other stuff. So, but
Very good.
I
And,
will consider it.
Okay, very good. And Jeff, if you'll add me on Skype, NCG Pro, and your fella from the UK, I'd definitely love to stay in contact with him as well.
Benson, thank you for coming on, dude. I know
No,
it's late over there.
I'm supposed to be at iSeries as well tomorrow. I got Atlanta be casting at. That should be good fun. That's
Yeah, isn't Bryce already over there?
Brycey right now is sat in the iSeries hall because he's that dedicated to. He's been stream stalking me all night. He was watching me cast, and now he's watching me now, and just watching him light up in the stream chat. Yeah, he's actually already there. He's waiting for me to arrive tomorrow, and that should
Internet
be good.
stalker.
Wow.
Yep, he's been stalking me all night. But hey, yeah, it should be good tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good LAN. Hopefully see, how the game plays out at LAN. It should be good fun.
Yeah, man. Just give yourself a quick shout out. Your Twitter.
Oh, my Twitter. Yeah, if you guys have enjoyed me and I haven't talked too much nonsense, hopefully not. Although I should have defended Britain a little bit better. I'm sure all the British
Yeah.
guys in the chat will be like, why
Hey,
did you not do it?
You
But
don't have to defend Britain. We usually do it for you, bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
But yeah.
No?
that was
I'm out.
cold.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Thanks, Jeff.
Be good. Peace, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the Weekly Rant. We got it off to a slow start, but I think it actually turned into a pretty entertaining episode with Chuck and Jeff in here. It was pretty informative, giving you guys a heads up of what actually goes into these lands, how much money is actually dumped into them. I mean, Jeff said he poured almost $40,000 up to $50,000 into UMG already this year from March. That's a lot of money to pour in, and UMG has handed out, including the 10k land in December, over $30,000 for the year of 2012. So that's a loss. That is what we call a net loss, and he's doing it for you guys. He loves the community. He's supporting it. We're here supporting you guys. You got guys like Jeff and Chuck putting these lands on. You need to support them as well. Show up to them.
People
tweet
like
out
Benson.
people like Benson who commentates them and no one really cares about. But anyways, thanks for coming to the show. Well, Benson got it tonight, man. I don't think he was expecting that. But thanks for coming, guys. We'll be back Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we always are. Well, the local battles tourney is actually this weekend, so we might do it afterwards, or we might not have one at all. I don't know. Stay posted. Follow the Weekly Rant Twitter at TheWRant to stay up to date on everything that we are doing. Thanks for stopping by, and peace out.
Fuck Slider. Yeah. Well, Jared, that wasn't bad. It was a little bit of a turnaround.